on this 1972 law, Title IX, that simply says that anyone who receives federal funding cannot discriminate on the basis of sex. That was non-controversial when it was passed. President Nixon signed it without any statement about the importance of it. The New York Times didn't even cover it when it was passed in 1972. So there was very broad agreement in 1972.
Do you know what Title IX is? And if so, can you explain in your own words?
My understanding of Title IX is for women in the workforce and in certain areas having equal access to whether it's duties or pay or access to facilities and things like that.
In your opinion, do you think Title IX is effective in high school sports?
I don't think Title IX is as effective as it could be, but I think it does give us some structure for people to follow that does help a little bit.
So given the opportunity, how would you improve Title IX if you could?
If I could improve Title IX, I would make a big effort to educate all people that are in charge of working with students, if we're talking about high schools and colleges and things like that. Like, you need to make sure that administration and people at the district office are well aware of what the law states and find a way to ensure that it's being implemented correctly and being followed, which means that every time they hire outside employees, like they hire a walk-on coach, those walk-on coaches need to have a really good understanding of what Title IX is to make sure that they're giving our girls equal access to everything they're entitled to.
Do you know what Title IX is? And if so, could you give like a brief description of it?
So Title IX would be, it's about gender equity in sports. Well, we're only talking about high school, right?
Yeah.
So it would be gender equity in high school sports. So that would mean on the playing field, as well as funding, and as well as playing time, and not really playing time, but like so many sports, like opportunities. So playing time opportunities, and if you're going to cut funding as well.
So in your opinion, do you think Title IX is effective in high school sports?
It is it is effective, but it's only effective if you're willing to go through the process. And it is a huge, long process. So you have to be willing to fight the fight. And if you're not willing to do that, then it's not effective.
So could you explain more about the process?
So the process that I was talking about would be filing with the state. And if you file with the state, you have to actually write it down on the computer. Like, you have to write it down on the computer. Then from there, you have to make an appointment. And you would think it's super easy since you're doing everything electronically. But they want you to set a date electronically. But then when you try to do that, it says no days are available. So they tell you have to walk in to do it. And if you walk in, you do not have a scheduled appointment. So they might see you or they might not see you. And you still don't get a scheduled appointment. So you have to take a day off of work, or for high school, your parents would have to take a day off of work and take you down there, do all of that. And then after that, once they see you, then they'll let you know whether or not 3 months later if you have a case or not.
Given the opportunity, how would you improve Title IX?
I would improve Title IX by educating, high school students on exactly what Title IX is. And on the other end, I would improve Title IX by letting you file electronically online.
In my own experience, I have encountered several instances regarding the ineffectiveness of Title IX. Even at our home gym last year, we were practically forced to discuss our game plan in guess what? A classroom. It was absurd that we were not provided an actual team room such as the one that the boys' team has. We were not granted equal access because we were female athletes.